We have a special vintage one today. This is actually in a box. It says Santa's Merry Carnival, and the copyright on here is 1955. It says a delightful Christmas story that is action-packed with fun, magic, and surprises. Santa's Merry Carnival. And this one doesn't have a "this book belongs to" part. It was never filled out, so we don't know for sure whose book this was. One day just before Christmas, Santa Claus called his jolly little elves together and said, "I have a surprise for all of you. Some of my carnival friends have just arrived to entertain us, and we are going to have our own Merry Carnival right here in Santaland at the North Pole. I will need your help in getting everything ready for the big show. Let us all start to work now." The little elves were delighted to hear that they were going to have their very own carnival, and soon the air was filled with the clatter of their tools. There was gay whistling and singing of merry songs to the music of a specially built carnival organ, which was painted in bright gay colors. In no time at all, everything was ready for the carnival to begin. Coco, the lovable clown, was the first one to entertain. He made everyone laugh when he made funny faces and tumbled heels over head again and again. Everyone held his breath as they watched him balance himself on one finger on the tightrope up in the air. Next on the program was a wonderful trained dog act with Curly the poodle and many other dogs. It was quite a sight to see them go through their many stunts and to watch each dog take his turn jumping right through the center of a Christmas wreath. The elves were delighted with the fun they were having at their own carnival. Ooh. Then came Marlini the magician, who swallowed a magic sword, made rabbits come out of his hat, and did many other surprising tricks. The little elves clapped their hands and shouted for more and more magic. While the carnival was going on, elves from Santa's paint shop were painting large wooden stands with huge rubber balls on them for the seals. They were also busily decorating the animal cages and making up the clowns' faces. There was still much work to be done, and they had to be ready in time. Looks like this was a paint in the book activity here. Jumbo, the huge elephant, was thirsty, and the elves were kept busy bringing him pails of water and making last-minute repairs to his costume. It was quite a task getting him ready for his performance. Then at last came the largest and biggest act, which took place in 3 big rings. In one ring, elephants danced in time to the gay music of the band, and far at the opposite end, in another ring, the elves rode prancing, dancing ponies. In the center ring, Moko the monkey swung around and around in a high bar, while all the other monkeys joined him in their special tricks. You can actually flip around there. At the close of the carnival, all the animals in the cages, the clowns, and every performer, followed by the freaks from the sideshow, joined in a grand parade. The elves jumped up and down with joy and clapped their hands again and again and happily shouted, "Hooray!" as they saw their favorite carnival actors parade round and round. They will never forget the wonderful time they had at Santa's Merry Carnival. And then here it said you could use the paints and brushes to color this page to make it the same as this page. The end. So I hope you enjoyed that vintage book. They used words a little bit differently back then because it was a long time ago.